Climate change is not really a problem. It's more a symptom of a problem that caused the financial collapse of 2008, caused the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in the Gulf in 2010, and the ongoing Fukushima disaster starting in March of 2011. If we don't understand the connection between these events, then we are liable to reach for the wrong solutions. Here we have the first step on the road that eventually led to the modern bicycle. This is the dandy horse of 1817. It's originally imagined as an aid to walking, and it's practically useless. This is the uncomfortable and difficult to control bone shaker of 1869. This is the useful but very dangerous penny farthing. And finally, in 1885, we get the emergence of the safety bicycle, and it is fantastic. So when we look at this thing, we can see the classic trajectory of insight after insight built up in the bicycle. And we can say, oh, that's how the market is supposed to work. That's how these strategies are supposed to evolve. But we can also recognize in the bicycle industry some other patterns. The bicycle industry causes itself a problem almost immediately with the safety bicycle, which is that once you know how to organize the parts, once you know what the shape of the frame is supposed to be, it becomes relatively easy to produce a machine that is durable, very useful, cheap, and lasts forever. The bicycle industry has had many innovations since 1885. Many of them are important, but it's also had long periods of the doldrums when it had to monkey around with gimmicks to sell people things they didn't really need in order to keep itself alive. What do we make of the company that innovates a strategy of persuading the legislature to give up a subsidy for some sort of activity? The agents in the market are responding to opportunities that we have left open. It makes no more sense to be angry at them for exploiting profitable opportunities than it does to be angry at the mosquito for sucking your blood. The opportunity is there, and if you don't want the mosquito to suck your blood, you have to close down the opportunity. We are fracturing the world, we are liquidating it, we are draining it, we are denuding it, we are overexploiting it. It is apparent to anyone who looks at what we're up to. If we were to eliminate such behaviors, we would presumably reduce the amount of activity a lot. We would reduce it by exactly the fraction of activities that shouldn't have existed in the first place. What we have here are feedback loops that interact. Wealth that is made in the market is capable of increasing one's power over regulation. Power over regulation allows increased opportunity to make money in the market. This is a positive feedback loop. If we want to rescue our system, we're going to have to do some radical things. The first thing we need to do is we need to place a firewall that is impermeable between the marketplace and the regulatory apparatus. It is no problem that people make money in the marketplace. There is nothing wrong when someone creates utility, them being rewarded for it. The problem is when that reward begins to generate its own rewards. It's quite clear that this behavior should not be allowed within a marketplace. What fraction of the economic activity that surrounds us is profitable only by virtue of the fact that those who make the money are externalizing the cost to somebody else? We need full cost accounting, which means that every cost that is generated by an activity in the market needs to show up on the balance sheet, whether that is borrowing from future generations, whether it is putting the population at risk. Whatever the costs of an activity are, be they military or otherwise, they need to be included in the price of the product or otherwise returned to those who decided to initiate the action. If we did that, the amount of economic activity would drop, but it would drop to exactly those behaviors that are actually beneficial to society, leaving out all of those externalities that are generating so much profit with our current system. If we could show the people who architected our system the way the system would come apart in the end, they might have protected us better. The founding fathers never saw a bicycle. They probably couldn't have imagined a chainsaw. They certainly could not have foreseen highline logging, mountaintop removal mining. They couldn't have imagined deep ocean drilling. If they had been able to see those things, my guess is sustainability would have been at the top of their list of concerns.